going to be about what do you want? What do you really, really want? After reading Change Your Paradigm, Change Your Life by Bob Proctor, I hope you both agree with me that we learned a lot about us and knowing that we really don't know what we really, really want. So maybe we can talk about that today. What do you guys think?
I think it's a very good topic. At least it was for me.
I agree.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. I think it'll be a great opportunity to kind of explore for yourself. When you're processing that, thinking about what you're going to say, it's like, what do I want? What realm? What reality? What space? There's so many different ways to look at it.
Right. Especially when we first started. We started, oh, well, you know, we want this for our family. We want this for our grandchildren. But that's not the question. The question is, what do you want?
And that's definitely hard to kind of focus on, because I think that's being selfish if we just focus on what we want. But it's not. It is not being selfish at all. When you give to yourself, you can give to so many other people, because your cup flows over.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I think that sometimes we don't know because we're afraid also. The fear that we're going to have to face, that maybe we're not worthy enough to want this or have this. Because how can we?
Right.
We have to think about our children. We have to think about our homes. We have to think about our families. We have to think about everything else but who?
Us.
And this book really kind of put us on check with that.
Yes.
And even today, even after reading the book, I don't know how many times, I mean, right now before we started, Rosie, you were saying, oh gosh, this is hard for me. And it's still hard. So that is a habit. That is a behavior.
Yes, it is.
That is something that was, put in our subconscious.
Yes.
And we carry it whether we believe it or not.
Yes, I think that in my situation, I feel that when I'm thinking about what I want, I'm being selfish. It's like I'm being selfish for wanting things for me and not wanting things for my family. And I have always put my family first, and I'm always last. And so thinking about what I really, really want is hard for me. It still becomes hard for me.
It's a belief system. It's what Bob Proctor calls a paradigm.
Yes.
And it can change, but it's not easy. But it can change.
I agree.
Yeah, the only way I was able to deal with it was to take it in little steps. I think I know what I truly want, but I had to break it down into little steps, and achieve those little steps so that I knew that it wasn't a goal that was out of my reach. And I realized, as Bob Proctor says, that when you have what you want in your mind, everything will start to fall in place once you work towards it.
Right.
And all those little steps that I assigned for myself helped me to realize that, yes, it's within my reach.
Right. Once you can vision something, because it's not just, this is what I want, and I see it, and it's going to get done.
Right.
There's work to it, and that's what we learned. I think that's what we learned. At least that's what I learned. And so you're absolutely right. And have you received or have you managed to conceive or get, or what's the word I'm looking for, accomplish a want?
Yes.
Yes. Great.
Yes. My first step was I wanted to retire. I needed to retire from teaching. But, I was making, even though teachers do not make what they deserve, I was still making good money. And my husband makes good money too. So we were kind of used to a lifestyle. And I didn't want to lose that lifestyle completely. But, my whole life, I've lived from paycheck to paycheck. Starting when I used to make $1,000 a month to what I make, my last year of teaching. And I couldn't get out of that habit or that paradigm. I just kept using all the money, and towards the end of the month it was like, ooh, payday better hurry up and get here, you know?
Right.
And so I'm like, how am I gonna retire not making that amount of money?
Mm-hmm.
So I had to come up with strategies and budgets and stick to it. And then I was able to see that, yes, I don't need all those extra shoes or all that extra clothes or all those little gadgets that everybody says you need. I didn't need them.
Right, right.
And I achieved my goal. I'm retired. I've been retired for a whole year now.
Is it a whole year already? Rosy?
Yes.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Carla, do you want to share anything?
I'm still working on what do I really, really want. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, and that's good.
I'm having a hard time focusing in on, because once I think I'm getting to that point of just, okay, this is what I really, really want. No, that's not it.
Yeah.
So the old paradigm, the old way of thinking continuously reinforces, and this is what is really important for me at this point. And some of you out there that are watching this might feel the same way. It reinforces staying in that lack of, that negative, that space where you're not moving forward, where you're not changing.
Right.
So I'm seeing a lot of that and trying to figure out, I have to keep going back. What do I really, really want? Now I can see parts of it. I know I want a new home. I can see parts of that. I know, but where I live keeps changing. I'm noticing that. So I don't know if that's my mind tricking me into staying stuck. And it's so important for me just to sit down and just, okay, wait a minute. Take a breath and just go on from there. And I think that's where I am right now. Working on changing that paradigm so that I can actually get what I really want, or be open to even envision what I really, really want.
You know, Bob Proctor really opened my eyes, my mind, because it's all about the mind. And I think what you were talking about, you know, your view about the where you want to live is growth, because your dream or your vision is getting clearer and clearer. So it's working. It's working. I've been retired more than you guys have, and I am so blessed. I have never, ever regretted. I think that I right away went into wanting to learn about me. And I think that if I were to say, what do I really, really, really want? I will tell you this. I want to know me. I want to acknowledge the fact that I have so much potential. And that even though we're retired teachers, we can teach others what we now know, so they don't have to wait until they retire, or people, or just everybody who's listening to get ahead of the boat here.
And I want to jump on that. It's not about teaching,
right?
Because we're all teachers. If you guys out there, you have taught someone something. So it's about learning and sharing. And I think teachers is just a label. That's what we did.
Right.
But that's not who we are.
Oh, I don't know about that, Carla. I would like to always remember, have people think of me as a teacher, because this is exactly what we're doing.
But I don't want to be labeled, because in my mind, it feels like I'm limited.
Okay.
And if I'm teaching, then I'm not, and this is me, I'm not teaching myself. I'm teaching someone else, and someone else is my priority, instead of focusing on what do I really, really want. And I've got to get out of that teacher mode and just be in my loving myself mode.
Good.
And what I want, what I really, really want.
I love that. I love that.
Okay. So yeah, no, I agree. We're always teachers.
Yeah.
We're always teachers.
Rosy, do you want to add to that, or do you want to
you know,
suggest?
My thing is yes, I always feel like, I do feel like a teacher, but also it's because I felt that as a teacher I was always learning. I was always learning
Mhm.
more things, to do better things. So I do want that label. And you know, and yes, and occasionally somebody will say, "Oh, you're using your teacher voice on me."
Oh my gosh, everybody does that.
I'm okay with that because it means they needed to hear that teacher voice. So I'm okay with the label.
Yeah, no, and it's okay because you know you're
I
definitely.
love the fact that we're disagreeing
I
and
love
we're
it.
agreeing to agree and disagree, agreeing to disagree.
Mhm.
I love the fact that we have 3 different perspectives, which is a reflection of the world. We're all unique and different.
And you know, and we have talked about perception, and here this is a great example of one. And that's what I think has created us to be such great partners,
Oh my God.
great friends, great
Amazing
sisters.
sisterhood.
Because
Yes.
it's okay. It's okay to disagree,
Right.
and it's perfectly fine.
Right.